Let me do my thing. Let me do my thing. Yeah.
Hey guys, it's your boy NICCOlodeon here. Thanks for tuning into my channel today. This is my first solo squad victory that I got. Been really grinding this out, trying to get it. I've had a lot of games come close, but I'm a little bit of a choke artist, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've had a few games with 20 plus kills and just lose a one-on-one at the end, but yeah, I unfortunately didn't have my mic in when I recorded this, nor did I have my Elgato set up. So at this point, I'm just using the new replay mode that Fortnite has added into the game, which is a great idea to me, especially because of this. If it wasn't for this, I would not be able to show you guys this video right now. So shout out to Epic Games for that. It's a good little addition to the game. I mean, it does need some tweaks as far as the replay mode. Like you can see on the mini map, you can see where other people are, even though in my game I have no idea where any of those players are at, even though it shows in the top right in the replay mode. They also, I feel like, should show the amount of health and shield that you have. And sometimes there's a little bit of a lag in terms of what actually goes on in the video. You'll see that a little bit later. But yeah, guys, this is my first kind of voiceover commentary on a gameplay video. I've never quite done this before, so this is kind of my first take and run through of this. But yeah, I just dropped here in Tilted Towers. I always like to go to the patio building with the red umbrella. For me, it's just the easiest building to land at and find sufficient amount of loot, and then be able to, at the end of the clip, you'll see, or not clip, but end of this kind of like in the next few 30-40 seconds, I start to push over on the roof, just because obviously if you're in Fortnite, high ground is the best ground. Like, you need high ground in order to dominate fights. So yeah, this is just one of my favorite buildings to go in Tilted Towers. Land there probably 90% of the games that I do go to Tilted Towers. But yeah, right now I hear a bunch of footsteps, I hear people, and obviously you see me shooting this guy right now. I don't know what it is, guys, but I just can never land shots consistently with the AR. I don't know why, but I don't know if it's just the bloom that's within the AR, or I just feel like I spray bullets around people and none of the shots register, whether it has to do with my lag or just the game itself not registering, who knows. But yeah, right there, that's what I was talking about, how the replay has a little bit of a lag. It looked like I was sliding right there, but in reality I was just jumping down normal. So but yeah, I'm pretty sure there was like 3 teams that landed in Tilted when I first got here. So yeah, good old 8 damage pump shotgun right there. It's the good old pump shotgun, inconsistent as usual. But yeah, so just grinding out these solo challenges or solo squads, trying to get my first victory. So just trying to get a feel for this little voiceover. I just started using the Builder Pro controls, so right there you see me kind of mess up and get myself stuck. But yeah, I definitely recommend for people that want to have that ninja or myth style building on consoles to switch to Builder Pro. Sure, you might be able to build as fast on Combat Pro, because I was pretty fast at building on Combat Pro controls. But for me, it just feels a lot smoother to use the Builder Pro controls, because it's like how on PC, how you could have your key binded buttons where you just hit B to bring out your map to build, and then you just hit right trigger to put a wall up, left trigger to put stairs, right bumper puts a floor down, and left bumper puts a roof down. Like, it's just so much more simple than having to use the left and right bumper to analog toggle through the different schematics. So that's just my personal idea of why I think Builder Pro controls are better. I mean, it's all a preference at the end of the day, but for me, my building has definitely improved to be more fluid, not fluent. But yeah, for me, I just much rather would use Builder Pro than Combat Pro. So Epic did another good job with tweaking that. I'm sure they'll add a little bit more tweaks, because I've noticed sometimes you try to do the double ramp push and you put the stairs down and then you put the wall right in front of it so they can't shoot you down, and sometimes it'll just delay and it will not respawn the wall. I don't know if that just has to do with kind of the whole switching concept of switching through, even weapons. It does that, like if you try to switch through a pump to like another shotgun, it has that delay of bringing out the gun. Like, not only do they just get rid of the you have to actually reload your pumps in order for you to double pump, but they made it where there's a delay with switching guns, such as like shotguns. I think the RPGs they have it with, and I want to say the ARs maybe. I know they had nerfed the sniper rifle too, which I'm so glad that they took that out, because trying to switch from your sniper and try to hit a quickscope was rough for a couple. I think it was only a day that they had it, but even then it was pretty frustrating to deal with. But yeah, just right now I'm in Tilted Towers. Like I said, is probably this and Salty Springs are my favorite places to land at. And along with retail, I mean, retail's like a GOAT location. Like before Tilted was there, retail and Pleasant were the places to go. Like if you wanted instant action. But yeah, I'm big on Tilted Towers. As far as the whole theory of them getting rid of it, I don't really know how I feel about that, man. I don't know if they're gonna get rid of it. I don't see them getting rid of it, just because the map itself, the whole entire layout of the city is just so beautiful, and I just don't see the amount of time and effort they put into it to just be thrown away because some people think that it's an advantage to go to Tilted Towers. Like, I don't know. I would consider myself a pretty good player. Not really good, because I have probably around 200 wins combined, and I mean that's not much, but I also get a lot of kills and I choke at the end of games, so I could have potential for more wins. But yeah, for me, landing at Tilted, it's not like a surefire thing that if I land at Tilted and I survive that I'm going to win the game. Like, it doesn't happen like that. Yeah, you have greater chances of not having to leave, Tilted Towers for a good while, as you see right now. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like 2 or 3 circles in, and I've still yet to leave Tilted Towers. Which, yeah, that's great and all, but, I mean, I think at this point I've killed, 8 or 9 people, so it's not like I was just hiding in Tilted Towers doing nothing and then I'm waiting, to win the game. No, and then I hear this guy just hiding there. I don't know how that's not a headshot, but nor how that's not a shot to down him. But yeah, however, I'm very mad if that guy would have killed me, considering the first pump was a headshot and just, I don't know, didn't register as a headshot, I guess. But yeah, so as far as back to the comet theory. Oh, cool. Thanks, Gizmo. Back to the comet theory, I just feel like they would not get rid of Tilted. I've seen a few conspiracy theories on Dusty Depot being removed because I guess some telescopes point directly to Dusty Depot and it's like a triangle. I don't know, something along the lines of that. But I could definitely see Dusty Depot getting a rework or even being replaced with another town or whatever's going to happen with this meteor or comet. Just because, think about it, whoever is yeah, let's land Dusty, maybe in a solo, maybe in a duo if you want to play on the safer side and don't really want to worry about action, but you're definitely not going to say, hey, let's go to Dusty Depot in squads. No, because 3 buildings for 4 people, like, and that's if somehow not another team lands there, you know what I mean? Like, there's just not enough loot. So for me, I could see Dusty Depot getting potentially removed from the game and adding like a whole nother big city. And like, I mean, it makes sense because you have Tilted, which is on the center side of the map, or like it's in the center of the map, realistically speaking, but it's more on the left center of the map, whereas Dusty's like on the right center of the map. So I feel like it would just be good like symmetry and like a complement to each other to have both sides, you know, have a big location that people could fight at, and then potentially like, okay, hey, we just won Tilted Towers, let's go towards, you know, whatever the new place it will be named, and then, you know, push there, and then, you know, you fight a team or two that's, you know, from that location. So I could totally see that. I feel like it just makes more sense to do that rather than get rid of Tilted, because I mean, yeah, Tilted might get annoying just because like everyone goes there and it lags at times, but for me, a person that likes high kill games and tries to like, you know, do solo squads, Tilted is where I want to go because it gives you the best chance to get high kills along with having like a sufficient amount of cover to use in buildings. And like, that's just my personal opinion. Obviously everyone has their different opinions, but for me, that's just how I, you know, perceive Tilted, and I hope they don't remove it. But you know, feel free to let me know in the comments what you guys think about Tilted, and if you're a fan of Tilted or not, and if you think they're gonna get, you know, remove it, or if, you know, they're gonna add something else. And if you do think they're gonna add something else instead of removing Tilted, let me know where you might think it's at, you know, because I could also see another potential location as between Anarchy and Wailing Woods, because it's very empty. It's like a ghost town in that area. No one goes over there, you know, unless you land at like Anarchy or Wailing and you just take a trip, you know, like because of the circle. But no one's landing over there necessarily on a consistent basis. So I could definitely see that as another potential location, but I just feel like Dusty makes more sense. But that's just, like I said, this is just all kind of my ideas and how I feel about it. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think is Epic's potential next move in terms of, you know, adding to the map or removing from the map, or, you know, just because they surprise us with a lot of things that they do. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think about that. At this point in the game, I'm just trying to find people to kind of just get my kills up, but I'm also playing slow just because I've had games where like I play super aggressive and I kind of just overextend myself and put me in bad positioning, and which is a big thing, especially if you play solo squads. Your positioning is huge. I mean, even normal squads, your positioning is huge, but for me, like solo squads, you not having the right positioning puts you at such a big disadvantage because you don't have anyone to cover you for being out of position, and on top of that, you're fighting, you know, potentially 2 to 3 to 4 people, you know, like, I mean, yeah, you might find a solo guy by himself, but you also have a huge chance of literally coming up against a full squad, which is like me. I've lost a lot of games in solo squads with like 15 plus kills because I'll come up against literally a full team with like RPGs, grenade launchers, LMGs now, like, and nothing is more frustrating than being, you know, one solo guy, and like, you just can't outbuild all that damage that they're, you know, outputting. And like, I'm such a like a hater when it comes to explosives. Like, sure, like I'll use explosives, and like I use explosives later in this game, but like I'm only using explosives now more because of how often I die by them. But when the game first came out, I was never, like, I've never been an explosive fan. in any kind of video game, just because I felt like it's just not that it's overpowered necessarily or that it's too easy to use, but like it is at the same time, you know. Like I like to do things more challenging, you know, whether that's like a dumb idea to have or like an outlook. Like I just like more challenging you know, ways to like fight people in games. And I mean, this wasn't very challenging. Like, yeah, I broke their tower down, but like I said, I was playing slow. They already were so high up that like I feel like if I were to try to push from the ground that I was at, they would have just had high ground. Like they probably would have heard me coming, you know what I mean? So I kind of just played a sneakier play, like and got the fall damage kills on them. Like I don't know, it was a good move to me, at least like in that moment. Right here I kind of just become like super slow paced, man. Like I don't know, like I said, I've lost too many games. You know, I might be like repeating myself about that, but I was just worried that I was gonna like try to like push these guys to get more kills, and then I was gonna get stuck in between like two teams, you know, like being pinched between two teams in solo squads. It's happened to me plenty of times, and it's the most frustrating thing because it's like, come on, there's 4 other people besides me that you can be fighting, you know, and you guys all just want to shoot at me. So yeah, I was just kind of playing slower. I actually think I had like 65 health and like 75 shield, so I wasn't even at like max, because I took some fall damage for something that didn't even make any sense. So I was trying to look for heals, and that's why I went for that supply drop. And then I was like, alright, I'll just take extra 10 health from these bandages. Just get me to 75, so 150. Like, yeah, I could still get 1 pumped or RPG'd, but well, gold RPG'd. But I mean, I like my chances, you know. Like that 10 health could save me potentially, because there's plenty of times where I fight people and I literally like headshot them and they have 10 health and they one-shot me and I die, and I'll have full health. But it's just the luck of the draw, RNG damage that the pump shotgun does in this game, because it's just very, very inconsistent. So there's only 5 other people left, and I already know they're all like, there's 2 guys on top of that hill over there where the big willow tree is, and then they were fighting like 3 people below it. Might have been like another 2-teamer and a solo guy, but yeah, obviously you see that guy building up, so I knew that. So I was kind of like, alright, I see another supply drop. I still kind of want to get full health, so I go down to the supply drop, which is, I know I'm being slow. This isn't the most exciting thing right now, like compared to like the first couple minutes, you know. But like I said, I've really been trying to grind out these solo wins. I feel like I'm a good enough player to win these consistently, but I just choke because of pressure, and I get like adrenaline rushes really easy, but like they're not good because I'll shake way too much, and it'll cause me to like completely lose focus of how I actually play this game. So as far as that is I was just being very slow paced. But at this point I was like, alright man, like if I can just sneak up behind this, get high ground on this team. I have an RPG. Like I said earlier, RPGs are just so annoying. They're just so strong. So I'm pushing. I hear shots, obviously. I see this guy. I probably should have pulled out my sniper and headshotted him, but luckily I'm able to hit him with RPG and then down him. The other team is, I think there's like 2 other people fighting each other. I'm trying to like just thirst him, which is, I don't know, at this moment I'm just kind of playing not very smart. But yeah, I have that guy down. There's 3 people left in the game total, so that means this is just a 1v1, and this dude's down, and I hear him underneath these stairs. The replay lagged right there. Again, I think I'm at 16 kills right now, so I'm very panicky because I've been in this situation so many times. I don't know where he's at. Didn't hear him. Like, I'm just nervous. So I start to build a little bit of a base. This is where I go like over. I just start placing traps just in case he like randomly rushes me and jumps in and dies. That'd be hilarious. But yeah, I'm just kind of waiting, seeing where he's going to come from. I hear him building up. Luckily I turn and bam, Victory Royale. I kind of don't like how the replay doesn't show you the victory royale. But there you go. You see my 17 kills, solo squads. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. It'd really be appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.